Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Triple Diamond Framework. At its core, this is a design thinking process, which is a powerful tool in order to solve complex problems with ease and efficiency. By guiding you through a series of thoughtfully crafted steps, it helps ensure that you always arrive with an awesome end result that's great for you, your clients, or customers. In this video, we'll take a closer look at each of the three diamonds, which are the problem, solution, and the concrete diamond. And lastly, we'll cover the bonus section, which is called the Wheel of Mastery. We'll discuss what each stage involves and some tips and tricks that you can use to get the most out of this framework. So if you're a designer, business owner, or entrepreneur, you can use this process to help you with your own projects and problem solving. So let's jump in and start learning about the Triple Diamond Framework. The first diamond is the problem space. And this is going from don't know into know how. In this phase, you'll be exploring the problem you want to solve, defining the scope of the project, and gathering information to make better decisions. With each diamond, there's two phases. There's the divergent stage and the convergent stage. Diverging is basically going out and exploring all the different possible ideas, and converging is bringing all those ideas into a single know-how. We can name these first two stages as discover and define. In the discovery phase, you're gathering as much information as possible about the problem you're looking to solve. This includes market research, brainstorming sessions, user profiles, and any other market research tool in order to get more information. During this phase, it's important to keep an open mind and look at the problem at all angles. Once you've gathered enough information, you can move on to the define phase. This is where you narrow the scope of the project and define the specific problems you're looking to solve. This is where you can create a design brief, outline a style and direction, and put in the key goals and objectives. What's most important about the end of this phase, you should have a clear understanding about the problems that you want to solve and how you're going to solve them. Here's some examples of outcomes that can come from the discovery and define phase. In discovery phase, there can be market research, user profiles, brainstorming sessions, stakeholder interviews, competitive analysis, surveys, and feedback from customers and users. In define phase, there can be design briefs, project timelines, key goals and objectives, user personas, design principles and guidelines, information architecture, user journeys, empathy maps, and problem statements. By going through the first diamond, you set a foundation for the rest of the framework. You have a clear understanding about the problems that you want to solve, the goals and objectives that you want to achieve, and the constraints you'll have to work with. This makes it easier to move to the next phase of the framework and creating effective solutions. In this space, you're going to take the problems that you've learned from the first diamond and turn them into feasible solutions. It's basically about going from the know-how into the final solution. And just like the first diamond, it consists of two phases, the first being design and the second being deliver. In the design phase, you start with the know-how from the previous diamond and you begin to explore possible solutions to the previous problems that you've discovered. In this part, creativity is crucial. Look to brainstorm creative ideas and concepts in order to look at different approaches at solving the problem. The goal is to generate as many different ideas and solutions without limiting yourself. At the end of this phase, you'll have a number of different solutions that you'll be able to take forward with you into the deliver phase. Next, you'll take all the ideas you generated and refine them into a concrete solution. The goal is to identify the most feasible and effective solution from your range of ideas and turn it into a tangible product or service. This is where you really start to think about the constraints that you're working with, such as budgets, timeframes, and resources, tailoring the idea to fit the scope of the project. This phase can involve a lot of prototyping and testing. You'll want to create initial versions of your product or service in order to get feedback. You want to be looking for feedback on usability, functionality, and desirability. You can do this by running some user testing, group studies, or questionnaires in order to gauge the effectiveness of your solution and look for areas of improvement. Basically, you want to have a solid idea before you go into the technical aspects of the project in the next two phases. Here are some examples of what you might do in the second diamond. In the design phase, there's wireframes, sitemaps, low fidelity mockups, style guides, typography, iconography. In the deliver phase, there's user stories, high fidelity mockups, prototypes, and design guides and systems. The last diamond is the concrete space, and this is where you're turning the tangible solution to the problem and focus on bringing it to the market. Like the other two diamonds, you can split this into two parts, the first being develop, the second being deploy. In this space, you'll be exploring the technical aspects of the project and end on tracking success metrics and plans of improvement. It's all about turning ideas into reality and making sure that it meets the needs of the clients and the customers. It's a crucial stage of the design thinking process, and communication will be super important during this phase. Communication between the designers, developers, clients, and stakeholders. Once you've completed the final third diamond, you move into the Wheel of Mastery. No product or service is ever fully perfect. There's always going to be room for improvement, and that's what the Wheel of Mastery is all about. It's an ongoing process of development and refinement as we strive to create the best possible experience for our users. You'll want to continually improve the product or service that you've created based upon the feedback and analytics. By doing this, you can ensure that you always stay relevant, effective, and successful over time. Let's go over the 4 key steps of the Wheel of Mastery, which are Analyze, identify, implement, and measure. This is where you gather data and feedback from the clients, customers, and users. Example of metrics can be website traffic, user engagement, and conversion rates. In this step, you're taking the insights that you've gathered from analyzing the data and identify areas of improvement. This can involve anything from tweaking the design of the product to changing the marketing messaging. Once you've identified the areas for improvement, you can start implementing the changes. This could involve creating new features or redesigning existing ones. Finally, you want to measure the impact of the changes that you've just made. This will help determine if your improvements have made the desired effect, or whether you need to make further changes. So there you have it. The Wheel of Mastery is a powerful tool that will help you stay ahead of the curve by creating products that truly meet the needs of your customers. And that's it for today's videos, folks. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the introduction of the Triple Diamond Framework to its 3 core phases and even the Wheel of Mastery. I hope you find this video helpful and informative in understanding how this design process can help you solve complex problems efficiently and effectively, and in the end create some awesome results that's going to make you happy, clients, and the customers. But the key success to this framework is to stay curious, stay focused, and to iterate. It's a process of discovery, definition, and delivery with a constant focus on improvement and iteration. By embracing the process and making it your own, you'll be able to take on any design challenge with confidence, knowing that you have a framework that will guide you along the way. So go out there and start creating. If you have any questions or comments about the Triple Diamond Framework or the Wheel of Mastery, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.